Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Essential Mathematics series. Before we dive into today's lesson, if you're serious about mastering this and want the complete roadmap I'm following, you can grab the full guide in the link below. While you're there, I've also put together a 100-question arithmetic basics test. It's free to download, so you can test yourself and see where you stand. If you have any feedback or questions, drop them in the comments. I'm looking to improve this for you every day. Now, let's get straight back into the lesson. Today, we are focusing on factors, multiples, and primes. The primary objective of this lesson is to make these fundamental concepts crystal clear. After this session, you should never confuse divisibility, the highest common factor, the lowest common multiple, or the definitions of prime and composite numbers. A weakness in these areas will inevitably sabotage your progress in algebra, fractions, and number theory. Core definitions. To build a solid understanding, we must start with precise definitions. Factor. A factor is a number that divides another number exactly, leaving no remainder. Example. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Each of these numbers divides 12 perfectly. Multiple. A multiple is a number obtained by multiplying a given number by an integer. Essentially, they are the results you get when you count by a certain number. Example. The multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, and so on. These are the answers when you multiply 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Prime number. A prime number is a whole number greater than 1 that has only two distinct positive factors, 1 and itself. Example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 are all prime numbers. For instance, the only numbers that divide 7 exactly are 1 and 7. Composite number. A composite number is a whole number greater than 1 that has more than two factors. In other words, it is any non-prime number other than 0 and 1. Essential rules and concepts. Understanding these concepts allows us to manipulate and analyze numbers in powerful ways. Prime factorization. This is the process of breaking down a composite number into its prime components, expressed as a product. Example. The prime factorization of 36 is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. This means 2 and 3 are the prime building blocks of 36. HCF, highest common factor. The HCF, also known as the greatest common divisor, GCD, is the largest number that divides two or more given numbers exactly. Example, for the numbers 12 and 18, the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. The factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. The largest number common to both lists is 6. So, the HCF of 12 and 18 is 6. LCM, lowest common multiple. The LCM is the smallest positive number that is a multiple of two or more given numbers. Example, for the numbers 4 and 5, the multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. The multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The smallest number common to both lists is 20. So, the LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. Factor pairs. These are two numbers that, when multiplied together, give the original number. Example, the factor pairs of 28 are 1, 28, 2, 14, and 4, 7. Exercise module. Now, let's use these surgical questions to check your understanding. If you hesitate, it's a sign to review the definitions and concepts. Question 1. List all the factors of 12. Question 2. List the multiples of 7 that are below 50. Question 3. Is the number 29 a prime number? Question 4. Find the prime factorization of 60. Question 5. Determine the highest common factor, HCF, of 24 and 36. Any hesitation on these diagnostics means it's time to repeat the relevant sections until your responses are automatic. Common errors to avoid. To ensure complete mastery, be aware of these common pitfalls. Confusing factors with multiples. This is the most frequent error. Remember, factors divide a number. Multiples are generated by a number through multiplication. Forgetting 1 and the number itself. When identifying prime numbers or listing factors, always include 1 and the number itself. Mistaking composite numbers as prime. Just because a number doesn't immediately show obvious factors, don't assume it's prime. Always check for smaller prime divisors. HCF and LCM errors. These often stem from poor or incomplete prime factorization. Ensure your prime factorization is correct before finding HCF or LCM. In summary, a factor divides a number exactly, while a multiple is a result of multiplying a number by an integer. A prime number is divisible only by 1 and itself, whereas a composite number has more than 2 factors. Prime factorization is how we break a number down into its prime building blocks. The HCF is the largest shared factor, and the LCM is the smallest shared multiple. Mastering these concepts now will ensure smooth sailing in fractions, ratios, and algebra later on.